people, welcome to another edition of WWE Champions. That's WWE Champions. Now, it's been nearly a couple of weeks since we did our last WWE Champions. Now, the reason behind that isn't that I'm not enjoying the game. I'm enjoying the game from a personal level. I'm enjoying the individual challenges, the versus mode, which we've shown you tactics in one of our previous Champions videos of how you can approach that and how you can play quite legally and give yourself some weaker opponents so that you can get yourself up those leagues and get the big rewards. But the big frustration for me is trying to run a faction. When it comes to faction mode, it just freezes all the time. There's someone needing some help there. Press out that little red circle that appeared just then as I pressed help. I'm sick of the sight of the damn thing. What I tend to find is you're trying to scroll up and scroll down through the various chat modes, and it doesn't take you back very far at all. Look at that. So you press the back button. How are you meant to deal with that? I mean, what is that? It's rubbish. It's complete rubbish. You try and get out of it, you can't. You try and step back, you can't. What have you got to do? You've got to crash out, got no alternative. I'm just sick of that happening. I'm trying to have a look and see what people have been up to. I'm trying to see people who want to join, and you obviously need to check them out, see if you think that they're people who are going to get stuck in or not. I mean, look, you're going to get a blooming migraine. Look at that lot. So I'm just going to crash out of that and hopefully come back in again without too much fuss and bother. Right, well, it is too much fuss and bother. I've absolutely got to crash out of it and reload it. It's just so frustrating. And of course, when you're trying to check on your team members as well, want to call up the team members. Right, here we go. Finn Balor, my lord, Finn Balor. So it looks very nice, and definitely do not want to rate this right now. Thank you very much, because I'm sick of this flipping thing where it won't work. As I say, from an individual point of view, I'm really enjoying all the gameplay individually. It's running a faction. I almost feel like it's not worth having the faction. I'm obviously still going to keep it going. There's BadLadDad. We've kept going. I've managed to prune down some of the membership. But right, let's just try and go back in. Back into faction. I mean, it's impossible trying to give any kind of instructions to people on this chat mode, because it's just, people aren't going to see it. It seems to wipe out stuff after a couple of hours. The pinned message doesn't really give you an awful lot of space to do anything. And above and beyond that, if you wanted to run a separate chat line on Twitter or using Line or whatever app it is that you prefer to use, you've got like 100 people that you need to be running on this. And I've already got chat modes on another couple of games, and I don't want to be opening up separate chat modes for every single game that I'm playing. I know that's not specifically WWE Champions' fault, but it is a frustration that this doesn't work in even the most basic sense of the word. Excuse me. Now, if you have a look here, what I tend to find, I've got to press very gently to scroll down. If I start pressing too hard, which I'm not going to do, because I do want to get down to the bottom of the list, it just takes you back up to the top 5 or 6 people. So again, you're trying to have a look through and see, look, it's 3 days ago, 1 day ago, 16 hours ago. People generally quite good here. Zim, well, he's not been on for 11 days, but he's a member of Team BadLadDad in WWE Supercard. So if I need to have a word with him, I can directly, so he's not a problem. But obviously, as you get further down, you are going to find people who've not been on for, look, this low battery. That's my fault. 40 odd days. So you have a look at this guy. He's got some good characters, but you know, I have said to people that they really need to be playing or logging in every 7 days. So I'm going to kick this poor fella out. If you're watching, you're obviously not signed in for nearly 50 days, so you need to come back. Look, and now we've gone back to the start again. So you have to scroll all the way back down, and it just becomes a bit of a fag end trying to do all of this. Here we go down to the bottom. Right, 12 days, 9 days, 8 days. And what's happened? It skipped me all the way back up to the top. So I'd scrolled all the way to the bottom. I hope you saw that. I'd gone all the way to the bottom of it, and all of a sudden I'm all the way back up the top. So anyway, that's the frustrating side over with. Let's have a look at my roster once it'll get rid of the red circle again. The red circle of doom. Right, roster. Let's have a look at my roster. It's been probably a little while since you've seen it. although I don't think I've got any big additions. They've changed the backgrounds to some of these stars, so Paul Orndorff's changed. But of course the big change is the training facility. So if we just go into Paul Orndorff, go into trainer, you can see that I've got John Cena tucked in there as a trainer. I wonder if it doesn't actually show you information. Does it tell you there? There you go. 15% more damage from yellow gems. That's what having John Cena tucked in there does for me. And what you'll find is that your 2-star characters are the ones that you can do this with, 2 stars and above. So again, let's have a look at Dean Ambrose, who we've got in there. Have a quick look and see what it can bring. Purple moves, start with 2 more moves as you kick off. So some very, very useful bonuses that you can get. And Johnny Cena himself. Just have a look who he's got tucked in as his trainer. Surprise, surprise. Who's that? Mr. Regains. And red gems do 15% more damage. So basically some very nice boosts. And it does give you that little bit of extra customization, which you can't get just from the way the cards used to be set up. But you can now tweak them to suit yourself. And that's quite a useful little benefit. Now, just having a look back, I've got a few people here who are maxed out. I don't think I've got anyone who I can evolve right now. So, in fact, look, let's not do that. I'm on to a new versus mode. Let's have a look at versus. And have a go at versus. Let's have a little match. So, as you can see, I've not done anything here. So, I'm starting off from scratch. And my defense, how was it set? Yeah, it's set as the Dust Brothers. The reason it's set as them, if you don't know, and if you've not caught up with the video that we're doing with the tactics before, it's because people will beat you fairly easily, but people of that sort of strength. So when you come to do a defense, which you do by tapping on the win streak button and scrolling down, hopefully, there you go. And as you can see, the team who's beaten me there is 1900. Now there's my A team lined up, ready to do battle, which we shall send them in and do some battle now and get our first points of this new versus range. As I say, it's been a real frustration, the faction side, and you know, a few of you guys who are in the faction have been contacting me on YouTube saying, "Oh, what's going on, Big Jim? What's happening?" And it's very difficult. It's difficult to make any sort of communication, or at least if you do leave a message, it doesn't hang around for very much for a very spit it out, man. If you do a message, it doesn't hang around for very long, and just the whole thing, it's just such a frustration. Anyway, you know, that's the whinging's over with. The gameplay is the fun part, and the gameplay, I'm pleased to say, is working very well. And by using this method that you'll have seen us try out in versus before, you will get yourselves very quickly up the league, get yourself some points, and some nice rewards. And of course, it doesn't actually, moving up the leagues, although that will give you some nice rewards at the end, actually getting the ladder rewards as you go up during the course of the tournament is just as, if not more important. You want to get up to those 4,000 points and make sure that you get everything that's on offer, because there's some big prizes at the top there. Right, come on, stop showing off, we don't need all those points. Let's whack in with one of these. Take him down a bit. And right, what we could do with is our green finisher coming up, so it will be ready next turn. He's going to hit us with his reds. It's Dean Ambrose, tag me in. You got no chance, pal. You got no chance. Right, come on, come on. Oh, he's got a wild card. And when you just know it. When you just know it. Very John Cena-ish, that. This John Cena character is very good at generating extra moves. And got his finisher coming in there, but it's not going to do much damage to us, as you can see. So we've got to go through the motions, go through the throws, get it, go through the throws of things. Right, let's have a look what we can do. Let's just kick that in. One clearance. I'm not going to bother hitting him with the jumping high knee. Just going to go straight in with the armbar. And you've got to select, now that he's evolved and I've got the moves powered up, he's gone from 3 gems to 4 submission gems, which makes life even more exciting and even easier to get people out. So there we go. It's going to happen on the first move anyway. And he taps out. He can't take any more. John Cena has gone. I've noticed now on the finishing moves, if you're going to win, there is just a little pause there. It doesn't seem to be happening on Ninja Boys, but it's happening on mine. Anyway, victoire! Victoire, c'est moi! Victory is mine. Right, let's go back to versus. Just see if we've got another match we can pick up on. How are you guys finding Champions? I mean, again, if you're not running a faction, you're probably enjoying it. Faction mode is just... might as well just not bother with it, in my opinion, the way things are set up right now. I mean, I have seen there are people who are absolutely going for it, and fair play to them, but the amount of organisation to do that. And here we go, look at these opponents, 1400. Right, well, there you have it. I hope you don't think that was too much of a whinge and not enough gameplay. We'll be doing a bit more of the gameplay side and the opening of packs and rewards when we've earned them. And of course Ninja Boy will be back in action too. But I just wanted to give some sort of explanation as to why we've not been churning out the champs videos over these last couple of weeks. As I've said, you know, it's been frustrating. Let me know your experiences down below. Are you losing love with the game already? I've noticed quite a few people, and as we were scrolling through there, some of the teammates haven't been on recently. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and of course, you know the drill, people. If you like the video, bung us a few likes, subscribe if you don't subscribe already, because it's not just this, the supercard, which I mentioned about 15 times, and various other things that we do. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And until I see you next time, you stay cool.